Hello beautiful souls, welcome back to my channel, and for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm really grateful to have you here. So this pick a card is gonna be, how do I explain, very esoteric, and we're gonna dive in deep. So if you want to continue watching this, be prepared. This is gonna be about your karmic contracts. I would probably entitle the video something past and future, etc. because I want to see the karmic contracts you had, where they stem from, why you had them, the reasons, and what they would lead to after you close out the karmic cycle, what lessons you're gonna learn. So it's gonna be very spiritual type of reading. I hope you will enjoy it. And here are the 4 piles. So this is pile 1, 2, 3, and 4. You can pause the video if you need to meditate on the cards or whatever way you have of picking the piles. Do it, and I'm gonna see you in your reading. Hello pile 1, welcome to your reading. Let's dive into your karmic contracts and all that stuff. We're gonna begin with the tarot cards. So these are supposed to show your past, so we're gonna put them here. And basically this is like what you've been through, right? What did you sign up for? And this is gonna be the result. What are the blessings? What are the changes? What will happen after learning the lesson? So I hope you can see the cards. Okay, Ace of Cups in reverse, Seven of Cups in reverse, and the Hanged Man. Okay, I'm getting like a lot of toxic friendships, a lot of like jealousy and you wanting what your friends have, kind of being left behind with life maybe, or even experiencing that onto yourself. I mean, apply this to your situation, but I'm sensing jealousy in friendships and in your community. Someone didn't feel lovable enough and worth it enough. Someone didn't feel like they have enough material things to attract or create the perfect life for themselves. So someone went through a rude awakening that, you know, these material things would never fill the emptiness inside. I'm saying that maybe some of you had to go through lack in your early life stages, and then you tried, when you were growing up and already making money yourself, you tried to compensate for that time by maybe buying too many things or indulging in too many things, doing everything you couldn't do, thinking that it would fix the emptiness or it would fix feeling like a victim, and maybe feeling like life kind of abandoned you, the universe abandoned you. But after that, after you started doing this and nothing internally changed, you realized that it was never going to change by filling your life with material stuff. So I do see that the karmic contract here is mostly on diving inside, seeking your gifts inside, seeking your worth inside. Some of you might have been rejected from a love interest. Like, there is a huge theme around self-love and self-worth with pile number 1. And I'm seeing a lot of anger because you felt like it was an injustice done to you. So you're really learning how to get out of this victim position and take back your power by realizing that you agreed for certain things before you incarnated, and also you wanted to learn, right? You wanted to learn through these agreements, so they were not forced upon you. And that wasn't an injustice. Your soul knew it was ready to go through this. I'm seeing that pile number 1 will have a very like I'm getting like the Scorpio archetype, like a huge change, and a huge spiritual awakening, a huge change of values, even. Maybe you used to value things that are not really worth it because you were lacking those things, so you thought, oh, the grass is greener on the other side. And life will teach you and show you that you've always had exactly what you need at the precise moment. There will be an epiphany of actually always being on the right path. Some of you are very worried that you're not doing enough or you're not doing the right thing. But you will awaken to the realization that every step you took, you were creating these future opportunities. You were aligning yourself even when it didn't seem like it. There is a huge illusion in love. I think that a past relationship caused this. A huge illusion that, again, you need to be a certain way to fulfill someone's fantasy in order to be lovable. And that's not true at all. Actually, this is a very unhealthy mindset that you will be overcoming, and I see that you'll be overcoming this on your own. So for those of you who are in a relationship, this might not apply, but if you're single, I think that the universe will put you in that single space for enough time until you realize that you don't need to change to almost like be like this chameleon, and to change and shift your persona and who you are in all areas of life just to fit someone's fantasy. Because I feel like you might have like Libra energies, Taurus energies, Leo energies. People kind of put you on a pedestal and they kind of imagine who you are. And then you feel obliged to perform that for them, to perform that persona that they have conjured up in their imagination, because you would think that they would love you more this way. And I see that you have like a couple of friends maybe that are holding you very tightly, and they're helping you see your worth beyond people's projections onto you. You're much more than that. Now let's see the future cards. Okay, we have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Oh wow, like I'm seeing this denial of your family's values, denial of tradition, denial of even like being supported financially by your family, seeking who you are by completely cutting yourself off from everything you used to know, everything you knew. You're kind of pushing aside in order to find who you truly are. Then you have the Five of Wands and the Justice card. Oh my god, this is amazing, because I said you might have felt like justice was done to you. Injustice was done to you. And this caused a lot of anger. So I'm seeing you like kind of overcoming this battle in your head where you know what's right and what's wrong, and maybe some people did wrong you indeed, but you're also awakening to the fact that if you allow the situation to control you, you are giving away your power. I'm seeing this epiphany, that how you perceive, even if something was done, something wrong was done to you, the way you perceive it will change the result. It will change even the whole situation. So I do see you separating from family. I do see you separating from childhood friends and home environment in order to discover who you are. A lot of inner conflicts will occur, like you would be at odds with yourself. Who am I truly? Am I this person because I've been told I am this way? There's a lot of self-discovery. Like, this is your biggest karmic soul contract. You might have North or South Node in first house, or Chiron in first house. or Saturn in first house even, because I just see like a lot of influential figure in your life affecting your personality way too much. But after the whole journey, you have the Justice card, which is beautiful because, first of all, you will find your truth, you will find your balance, and you will be able to authentically express yourself. The Justice to me is speak your truth. Another thing that I'm getting is finally feeling like life is fair. I feel like after all the battles, I kind of see you like I'm trying to enter the card, you know, like go inside the picture and see it in movement, and I see you being one of these figures putting your wand away and walking away because you realize it's not worth it. It's not worth it to try to prove myself to anyone. But also, the Five of Wands, because it is conflict, because people have different opinions, it could show that once you start expressing yourself and once you take on this new perspective and new journey and you cut yourself off of everything old, like people, communities, home, hometown, etc., you will no longer fit in the picture, so you have conflicts with your old friends, they won't understand, they would be triggered. So it's very important for you to protect your freedom is what I'm getting. So here we have a concept of protecting your freedom and identity. Now let's tap into why you chose this lesson. Where does it stem from? Is it past life? Is it just for the sake of the experience? What is it? Wow. Oh my god. Okay, you have the direction guardian. Choose your path. So, this to me sometimes represents the wheel of fortune, which in itself is about karma, right? But also, I feel like this feels ancestral almost. Your ancestors never took opportunities to explore, they never took opportunities to be different, to stand out. They were always moving in packs. You guys are like you know, star seeds and indigos who just, you don't fit in a pack. Even sometimes with spiritual people, etc., you know, like people you would think or you would assume you would resonate with and you might be so family, even with them you are unable to move with a pack without sacrificing a huge portion of your truth. So I do see you embracing the journey of exploring the world alone, relying completely on yourself and your gut feeling and intuition, and not on somebody else's instructions, not on somebody else's advices. Gabriel, Angel of Heralds. I'm not sure if I pronounced the word correct, but so with this card, this almost reminds me of the Hermit because he holds something that kind of looks like a lantern, but very futuristic version of a lantern. But Gabriel to me has always been about just shine your light in its full purity, in its full glory, without holding back at all. And I think that Archangel Gabriel is probably one of your guides, one of the archangels that works with you, if not the only archangel, because sometimes you work with one archetype the most, all the time. I think that Archangel Gabriel is helping you find your light. And it doesn't mean that your life is dark, but it's rather there is a lot of fog. I'm seeing you moving through a foggy forest, a very misty forest, and you're trying to find your way out. Archangel Gabriel is that sunlight that peeks through the leaves that kind of shows you which direction you should follow. So what I'm hearing is you're completely surrendering to your spiritual compass of how to navigate your own life destiny. Protection, call back your power, cut the cords, and soul retrieval. Okay, we're gonna we're diving deeper with this, huh? Some of you could be working in the healing industry, whether it's mental, like psychology, or other mental healer, um, or actually, like the medical field. I'm just seeing that in many of your past lives, there has been a lot of sacrifice for the sake of the collective, a lot of sacrifice for um, because you were in a leadership position. So now you might think it's easier to let somebody else lead you, right? Because you've suffered so much in past lives by stepping up, speaking your truth, being the brave one, shining your light, etc. It was immediately dimmed. So it kind of programmed you that shining your light leads to pain, it leads to disappointment, it leads to people misunderstanding you, and you were sick of it. Um, and then you shaped this big ass mask that right now is being ripped off your face, and it might sting a little bit, but it's very necessary. Some of you, you feel like your ideas and your thoughts sometimes are violated, so you don't share always your opinion because I feel like people immediately react to you. You can be, the way you think sometimes can be so out of the box that it's super triggering for people and they just immediately attack you. They're like the agents in the Matrix. I bet most of you have seen the movie, but you haven't. Watch it, it's the best movie out there. But basically people turn into agents immediately when they see you like operating out of the Matrix and they're pulling you back. You have a lot of cords to cut. People just wanna cut off your wings and stop you from flying, is what I'm getting, which is obviously not the best, but that's why you have this eternal light within, and Archangel Gabriel will never stop shining this light for you. I'm seeing a golden path, so you really I've said this before, I don't know if in a personal reading or in another pick card, but people who are usually suppressed and like suppressed so violently and so they're so targeted, it is for a reason. This is like the cliche, the chosen ones, because I've always thought that people who have a very hard time waking up their gifts or using them or getting the recognition for their gifts are one of the whatever gifts, right? Whatever gifts, whether it's painting, being a great parent, being a great scientist, a psychic, whatever, they have a lot of power, and the Matrix, for that very reason, is purposefully trying to dim their light. So what I'm getting is that you will not allow your light to be dimmed anymore. I'm also having visions of Atlantis. Something went down in an ancient past life for you guys, and it was almost like you were made to believe that you're not of the light, or you were cut off of source and the light, and you are alone and no one could help you and nobody can save you. Someone really harshly made you believe that. So I'm getting that, like why you chose this. I think that maybe partially you weren't prepared, but you're so quickly adapted, and it incarnated in very accelerated times so that you can grow very rapidly and get out of this trap. It's almost like a soul trap that I'm getting, that you're leaving, you're getting out of. And I want to say, for you to be caught in something, even if you don't want it consciously, sometimes there's like a weak spot, and that weak spot is your agreement. And I know it's very like unfair, etc., but at the same time it's very mathematic, like very calculated, you know. You have a weak spot, okay, then you have a weak spot, right? Nobody, like, energy doesn't really care whether you want something or not, because it's just shows you and mirrors your energy. So what I'm getting is that you're leaving a soul trap that was caused by some sort of like Atlantean society. Some of you would resonate very precisely with this message. Others, you might be like, what is she talking about? Because after all, it's a general pick card. But I'm seeing like a society pulling you in, pulling you away from you, and convincing you that you are this bad person. So this is the soul contract you're trying to overcome and quit. But you are the phoenix rising, because after all of this, you will rise up from your ashes pile one, okay? So I hope the messages give you clarity on your karmic cycles, why they took place, and why you had to go through that, and some guidance for the outcome, and you know how to achieve the best outcome possible. So let me know if the messages resonate you, let me know if they're relevant and bring some value and guidance to you at this time. Comment in the section below. Also, if you want to book a personal reading, my information is in the description box. I also have my link for donations and my wish list with decks. So yeah, you can support me in whichever way you'd like. And if you haven't subscribed, check out other pick cards, see if you resonate with me as a reader, and consider a subscription, because this super supports my channel. And yeah, thank you for being here with me for this reading, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Pile 2, welcome to your reading. Okay, let's see. I am having a vision of the sun, and I keep hearing like the sun. For some of you, this could be your soul planet, if you know that what that is. It's part of Vedic astrology. But yeah, you have a strong connection to the sun and Mercury as well. Some of you have the karmic contract to become writers, to become authors. I'm hearing tell an untold story. Yeah, you could be like channelers, but you don't even realize it. So these cards are supposed to represent the karmic contracts you've been through, you know, what they were, what was the origin of it. Then we're gonna look into the future energies, what follows, what will happen after you close out the karmic contract, almost like a timeline. So let's look. Okay, my god. The Strength card in reverse, the Ace of Swords rising, the Sun, and Knight of Wands in reverse. Okay, I'm seeing that you're very challenged with, I think that there is clarity around your life purpose and what you want to do, but you're challenged. You're challenged almost like by destiny. It's almost like things happen in such a way that you never get to do what you intended to do. You could have a very, oof, wow, very karmic, deep contract with a fire sign, sun, moon, rising, and it's almost like this person um, doesn't want to let you go, but at the same time, they don't treat you right. This could be a toxic sibling for some of you. You could have like a soul contract with a sibling of yours, and the relationship is very toxic. You need to work on your crown chakra. Work on your crown chakra because you would be a great channeler. Um, you would be great if you get involved with spirituality, and you even your career revolves around spirituality. That would be great, but I still see I'm getting like psychic attacks or something. I feel like people were especially in your family were trying to silence you, or yeah, they were trying to silence you. But I'm just seeing a lot of expansion of your consciousness and of your knowledge. You could have your moon in your ninth house or something. I'm seeing authorities being a bit triggered by you because you do carry this teacher, high priest, high priestess type of vibe. I'm hearing victory is yours. Okay, you guys, in this lifetime, you'll be struggling a little bit to get what you want. You have to kind of fight for it because I'm getting that in past lives you've been given everything, like fortune, abundance, gifts, and talents. That's why in this lifetime you will have to work for it. It's almost like the scales are balancing themselves out. I mean, this is what karma is about, right? Balancing the scales. Two of Cups. Interesting, we have the Lion twice. Four of Swords and Ten of Wands in reverse. Okay, so some of you could be very self-development oriented people. Some of you might not want to get married. You might not want kids. You might be just like free souls, free spirits. But I'm hearing that the karmic contract here is commitment. You have a close relationship not only with the sun and Mercury, because you're expressive, you want to travel, you want to move, expand, etc., learn, teach, but you have a close karma with the planet Saturn, and Saturn is about discipline and commitment. And I feel like wow, I mean, I feel like many of you, your biggest lesson in this life is gonna be your marriage partner. You know, the one you marry, this person will teach you so much about relationships, because you've been very avoidant in that area. I feel like there's a lot of focus on the self, and you've been very avoidant in um, learning about other people, accepting other people in your life, being vulnerable, sharing with them, being responsible for other people as well. And you will realize that actually being in a community is not so hard, and it's not so such heavy burden as you thought it was. I see that you might perceive marriage, community, partnerships as restrictions of your freedom, restrictions of your truth, and even you might have this belief that people or romantic partners are not intelligent enough to be with you. So there is really like overcoming your ego through, you will fall in love with someone and they will really make your ego submit to your heart and to your soul, and you have to surrender to your feelings. Shaolin Master, be graceful in movement and actions. Yes, you will fall head over heels for somebody. This love will transform your vision on, again, community, on being committed to someone. I'm hearing that the karma here, or the lesson, is, what is it about carrying out a legacy? Why are you focused on it so much? And notice how it holds you back from living your life. Notice how building a legacy, or being remembered, or whatever, living a significant life, notice how it holds you back from connecting with your people, having this heart chakra exchange. The heart needs to be softened, and it will be through a connection. It will be activated through this connection. You're not a machine to just do things. You're here to be, not just to do, not just to be associated with something. You're here to just be, you know? Yes, you're teachers. Yes, you're very passionate. Yes, you have a lot of potential, but don't allow it to consume you. Don't be addicted to your development or growth, because anything that's addictive becomes bad for you. I can feel it. I can feel so much beauty around that heart chakra awakening with this person. It's really, it's gonna be an amazing change for you guys. Angel of Dreams, wow. And Mirror, who or what is triggering you? Oh wow. Yes, this is gonna be the person that's gonna mirror your ego, or they're gonna be very vocal about it. They're gonna be very vocal about, your tendencies to be obsessed with your creation or with your personal stuff, that you miss out on opportunities to connect with others. In the Angel of Dreams, I'm getting a message from this card that sometimes you don't expect where happiness can come from. Sometimes you don't expect where happiness can come from. I'm getting that what you envision for yourself as career might look different, you know? It might not be that. But it doesn't mean you won't be happy. Not achieving or following the path you set for yourself does not mean you're not gonna reach happiness. This is about mastering actually your power. Because when I said you have a strong connection to the sun in my first vision, the sun is your power, the sun is your solar plexus. It's your gas, right? What stars are made of? Gas. And it's your identity as well. It's your individuality. It's the power that makes you creative. It's your light. But you need to, I'm hearing that you're gonna be mastering how you control that power. Look at her, I just realized, look at her hands. She's like molding this light, this gold in her hands. This is the sun energy and she's reshaping it so it's not explosive. And you have that orangey sphere here as well, and it has balance in it. So how can you balance the ego? How can you balance the intensity of the sun? Because if you get too close to it, you get burned. You are the sun. When people get too close, they get burned, they get cut off. And the background is blue, beautiful blue, and I'm even like seeing water, you know? So yes, oh my god, yeah, her half of her body is underwater. So this is it. This is it. How can you become softer? She's also in this image touching the water. The water is the moon energy. So your person could be a water sign, they could be very calm, they could be very creative as well, but they're more laid back with life. And they will be the yin to your yang and vice versa. Let go of the burden to achieve something, to be someone. It's a huge burden to carry, and life is going to be so much more joyous if you let go of this. And also, it will be more of an adventure. Stop creating plans for yourself, Pile 2. Allow yourself to experience adventure. That is the biggest karmic lesson here. So I hope this reading gives you clarity. I hope you enjoyed the messages. I hope you received whatever you needed to receive. Make sure to check out my other videos if you're a new person to my channel, and see if you want to subscribe, because this really supports me. Also comment in the section below so we can connect. Liking, sharing with your friends, this helps me as well. And I have all of my links for personal readings. I've got my Instagram, I post on there, pick cards, messages, and all that good stuff. And I have my donation for PayPal, my donation link, as well as my wish list with tarot decks and oracle decks. So if you want to support me in that manner, feel free to explore my links. And yes, that's it. I am very happy to have you here. I hope you're gonna click on another one of my videos. I hope you resonated, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, Pile 3. Welcome to your reading. So let's see what are your karmic contracts, lessons, and the results of them, and what you're going to learn, and the reasons behind them. So I'm actually getting that Pile 3, you've been having very heavy heavy past life experiences. I'm just like sensing a lot of heaviness and dealing with very circumstances that we don't talk about a lot. Very traumatic. But I'm seeing that the blessing in this is you are becoming a great medium. You're becoming a great clairvoyant, clairaudient, claircognizant. You are achieving a very high level of psychic development and abilities after being through so much. I'm seeing being like becoming a psychologist in past lives and all that, exploring yourself. You have seen and learned about your subconscious through and through, and now you're incarnated with all that wisdom, where things come from, with even like memories of past lives and all that. And sometimes we're not ready to see what we've been through, right? You don't want to revisit and think of the old bad days, but it's like a curse and a gift, because you see the truth. You see the truth, you see the esoteric spiritual truth and laws of the universe, the laws of the universe. And it's not easy to know. It's not actually, sometimes it's really hard to know before the collective knows. It's really hard to be that person who can kind of sneak peek into the future or behind the scenes and know what's going on. And I'm also hearing that pile 3, part of your karmic lessons is to keep your experiences and your powers secret or protected. Do not overexpose yourself. This is another hard part of your journey. Let's look into your cards, you guys. I went off with the channeling. Okay, so this is gonna be like a timeline we're gonna create. Future, past, and you know what you've been through, what lessons, where do they come from, all that. And then we're gonna dive into where are these lessons and karmic cycles leading you. Where are you going thanks to what you learned? So let's see. Oh, wow. Okay, 2 of Cups in reverse. I'm also hearing Kabbalah. Oh my god, you guys. Queen of Swords, 6 of Wands. You are trying to run away from the darkness in your family situation, or darker ancestors, or karma around practicing magic that's not good to practice. I wouldn't say like black magic, but it was going there. You exploited your gifts and your knowledge, and you had to, wow, I mean, you had like a couple of lifetimes where through manifesting and your magical abilities, I want to say, you lived very exotic and exciting lives. But that had karmic repercussions, because after that you had lifetimes of misery, and you had to dive so deep. Because I'm hearing hedonism, escaping your shadow, not doing your shadow work for so long, because you enjoyed and loved Earth and what Earth could bring into you, into your life. But then you had to face your shadow. That was very traumatizing, because the longer you procrastinate the healing, the deeper and worse the wound gets. So you did that. There was this stretch. Okay. I'm also getting you might have lost a mother figure for some of you. I'm really sorry if obviously this applies to your situation. I'm sorry for that. But I'm getting that you are cycling through a lot of your ancestral karma. Not so much even your own, but like it's with the Two of Cups, I'm getting like your blood, you know? Your origin, your blood, your biological DNA. Not even the spiritual DNA, it's the biological DNA. I'm getting that your ancestors would do unfair things for their benefit, and they've done this for a while. And this can bring instant like recognition and instant good luck and material success and fortune, but then at the same time psychologically it's very draining, and it's almost like it's torturing your soul. Yes, you're cutting off that. You're like Archangel Michael, you're working with him actually with your karmic soul contracts to be able to cut through the darkness with the sword of light, and kind of separate yourself first and foremost, and then shine light onto even things that you would no longer connect with, such as your ancestors. Let's see how this continues. Ooh, Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, I'm also getting like ups and downs financially. So whenever you're generous, you receive. The moment you start holding on to money and finances, you start to lose them. We have the Moon, interesting, and the Hangman in reverse. The Moon. Okay, I'm getting something about stealing ideas or feeling like you imitate someone, or you're not creative enough. Your creativity is locked. But the moon is also your mediumship ability, your psychic connection to the universe, to the stars. The paradox is that you don't see your creativity, you don't see your uniqueness, but you're so unique actually, and other people can see it. So yeah, it's almost like you don't see what you've done, and you're not fulfilled, but this is the reason why you push to do more, to create more, and this is why people love you, because you create more, you do more, you show up, but you don't see as if this is like a lot of work, or as if you're doing enough. Some of you are letting go of a family business that was rooted in a lot of ego, and this structure is just not working anymore. We have a lot of Pisces and a lot of air energy in the cards. Okay, let's see. Why did you choose these lessons? Wow, Raziel, Angel, I was going to say Archangel, Angel of Mysteries. With the moon, it explains a lot. Trader, exchange energy to create abundance. What did I say? When you're generous, when you give, you receive. The moment you start holding on to things and you start to entitle yourself to your work and projects and creativity, it ceases, it stops flowing through you, because you descend into your ego. Unbound. Release all patterns, contracts, and past lives. Wow, like, I mean, this pile, you guys, pile 3, you have it very clearly that you're cutting off strings. You're cutting yourself off from your origin. With Angel of Mysteries, this reminds me of what I told you. Keep your gifts, especially the psychic gifts, secret. Keep your magic secret. Keep your manifestation away from the eyes of people. The word and the concept of mystery, of something that's hidden, gives that something power. So as long as you don't expose yourself, you hold more power. And you need it. You actually need this at the moment. Because there is a lot of swaying both sides, like light and dark, you know. Not in the sense that you're a bad person, but like this attraction to the darkness, because darkness is not necessarily evil. In fact, it is rather the hidden, the secret. You need to be careful with your spiritual practices. I feel like you're opening a lot of portals and accessing dimensions without being trained enough or prepared enough to do that. So you want to be careful. And you want to be careful with who you exchange energy, whether physically or astrally. Because I do see that sometimes you don't know people as you think you do. For you guys to overcome your karmic cycles and start a new chapter, um, reading spiritual texts such as the Emerald Tablets of Thought, the maybe very old esoteric texts, not only the Bible, but Revelations and whatever. I'm not aware of all of them. Maybe books on magic and spirituality and ascension and all that. I'm just getting like you need to read to kind of see the truth about the world, on the other side, basically, because you have a lot of intuitive like insight, and you kind of intuitively know how to navigate other dimensions, but obviously some things will slip through your fingers, and you might miss on some important key I want to say principles. Yes, there's a lot of exploration for you around what's beyond. A lot of attraction for what's beyond. So you were definitely like incarnated as a witch. You were definitely incarnated as a magician. I'm also getting that it's part of your karma to overcome fears when you enter astral planes and when you enter other dimensions and you're doing this psychic work. There is fear that you're going to overcome. Again, it's because you have experienced things that you shouldn't have on a spiritual level, not even so much on a physical, but on a spiritual level. And this unlocked you to the other side, but it brought a lot of fear. So you will be releasing fear. And I do sense like being afraid of yourself, being afraid of where you come from, being afraid from your origins. You need to meditate. Very important for Pile 3. You need to meditate and connect with your higher self exclusively. Your higher self, no one else and nothing else. Exclusively your higher self. And ask for guidance. Which belief or which system or which truth is really yours, especially when it comes to, as I mentioned, spiritual and esoteric principles. What rings true with you? I'm also getting that some of you, if you want to open like a shop or like a small boutique or something, whatever you're crafting, I'm picking up on a lot of crafting here. You infuse your creation with so much magic and manifesting potential. I think that people would immediately feel the powerful energy you enhance the things you create with. Some of you, you have, oh god, I don't want to say it, but I'm going to say it. You have a twin flame, but there is distance between you. Physical distance, and also both of you haven't stepped into a position where you can blend together, you can blend your lives. Okay, so this is it, Bio 3. I hope you resonated with the messages. I hope the messages assisted you and gave you the guidance you needed and the advices you needed. Make sure to comment in the section below to let me know how the reading went. Make sure to like, subscribe, share if you think that my videos and readings are valuable, not only for you, but also for your soul tribe. And if you want a personal reading, check out my links in the description box. Visit my website before you contact me, you guys, please. I do explain most often asked questions. So yeah, this really saves a lot of time for both me and you. And if you want to support me, I do have my donation link to my PayPal, and I also have my wish list. So if you feel generous, you can check out those. And I also have my Instagram. I do post pick cards, messages, testimonials from sessions I've done. So I think you would enjoy my page on Insta. And yeah, this is it. You're having an amazing journey. So you just gotta be brave, Pile 3. Be brave, okay? Thank you so much for joining, and I'll see you next time. Pile 4, welcome to your reading. Let's look into your karmic cycles and contracts, lessons, and what are they bringing? What value do they hold for you? Okay. So, these cards are gonna represent the past, where you come from, with what lessons you come from, what karma you have accumulated, and this is the result, this is the outcome, the lessons you're going to learn, and all that. And this is like a little timeline we're gonna create. Three of Wands, Eight of Wands in reverse, the Magician. Okay, I'm not gonna flip these, not yet. Okay, so pile 4. Okay, I'm hearing impatience and the waiting game for pile 4. How is this part of your karma? Sometimes you try to get ahead of yourself, ahead of time, ahead of destiny. You try to outsmart yourself sometimes, and outsmart others, outsmart the situation. The Three of Wands. So your karma here is this desire to explore new places and new lands and to be free, but not having the freedom. And actually, I see that at first some of you will refuse to follow your life purpose because you would feel like this is a restriction. You would feel like it's holding you back. You would feel like it's so selfish out of the universe or out of your higher self to ask you to do something like that, to commit yourself like that. Also, another karmic lesson that I'm getting for some of you, not everyone, is struggling with speech and new languages and adapting to new cultures. Feeling like the black sheep, not because of your personality or whatever, but because of things you can't change. For example, skin color, sexuality, your cultural background, where you come from, your family's financial situation. I'm getting this urge to rebel, but you don't do it. Your heart is too big. And there is again also a lot of talking about the things you want to do, a lot of talking about plans and stuff, but then not committing. Why, pile 4? Or not putting in the work. Commitment is not the problem, it is the distribution of your energy. Where are you giving away your energy? Why do you think it's more valuable to give your energy away to drama, toxicity, and miscommunication, and not to your goals? Why do you feel like investing in other people and fixing their life is more worth it than fixing your own? Pile 4, you need to question yourself that. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Yes, there's a lot of dissatisfaction that I'm getting. Oof, the Devil card. Oh my god. So we have a lot of romantic karmic situations and Seven of Swords. Great, amazing cards, pile 4. Thank you so much for bringing this energy. Okay, let's see. Oh my god, this is about being sneaky. Didn't I say you try to outsmart yourself? Or, like, yes, you try to outsmart yourself. I heard what I said. Um, and to outsmart others and to be ahead of your time, but then it's like you end up behind. You end up left out. You end up doing things even slower. You took a bigger bite than what you could chew, and it wasn't a pleasant experience. And after that experience, you almost closed yourself off to any other possibility. You shut yourself down. I'm seeing that routine for you, pile 4, is very hard to establish, it's very hard to maintain, and it becomes suffocating. So you try to escape. Let me look at the oracle cards and I will be able to provide you with some clarity, and I would even dare to say advice. Oh my god. Angel of punishment. Oh my god, pile 4. Spirit Fox, trust your talents in changing times. Fox is about me, for me, is all about sneakiness and boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? I can't freaking believe this. The oracles are so on point. So, Angel of Punishment. Sometimes blaming other people and punishing them for what happened to you, or seeking fault in other people, is more annoying and much more difficult to deal with than kind of finding the faults in yourself, or finding becoming responsible. You need to be very careful with your romantic relationships, because you have tendencies to end up with people who resemble your exes, and then the outcome is the same, exactly the same. But I would say part of your karmic soul contracts is that you do activate people on a lot of levels, and then they leave or hurt you. It's like when you do good to people, this is so fucking weird. When you do good to people, they end up hurting you or something, and karma gets back at them. I want you to know that for everything that people did to you, they've received it tenfold. This is the contract. There is strong earth energy with pile 4. Like almost like this ground shaking force that you can exude if you wanted to. Pile 4, you use pain to motivate yourself. You use pain to grow, to develop, to improve. Which is, I mean, it's not the healthiest thing, right, with the devil, but it's so powerful. You use whatever resources you are given, you transform it. even if it's not the best resource, even if it's not fruitful, even if it's not what you needed, you find a way to transform it. And you find a way to create the illusion of always being supported and always having exactly what you need. People really don't know what you've been through. Pile 4, you're definitely clairaudient. Like you hear messages, and you're a strong powerhouse. When people spend time with you, they're charged. You're like a battery. But it's important to keep your boundaries so that you don't um you know so that you don't end up depleted yourself. People might like call you a prince or a princess, even like this is kind of the image you create, but behind the scenes it's nothing like that. So I think that the karma here is almost like your struggle being not being understood by others, and that they only see your shine, they only see your glow, and they want to be like you in that manner, or they feel a bit of jealousy, or they wonder how did you do it, or that you're lucky for achieving what you achieved. I think that sometimes people assume that your achievements are out of luck and not out of hard work, because you don't have the vibe of someone who is grinding hard and working hard every day. But you actually are. You are very precise, you have a gift of noticing details and executing things to perfection. I'm getting that some of you might be majoring in business or something, but pile 4, your mind is very like able to process things about business, about selling. I think that you could sell anything. You could sell dust to people. You're so persuasive if you want to be. And at the same time, you're a spirit guide. You are a spirit guide for people. People's spirit guides sometimes talk through you. Don't get scared or spooked or whatever. But I feel like you need to overcome uh, the temptation to isolate yourself or be stuck and not create change in your life. This is the major lesson: how to create change in your life. And creating change is basically introducing new energies into your life. And it could be the simplest thing. It could be like if you have coffee every day at a specific time, have tea or a smoothie. Or if you buy the same flavor of chocolate or a drink, take another one this time. Take another route when you come home. Just change little details about your life, and you will notice this will create like a ripple effect. You will tell the universe, I am ready to be in movement, because I sense a lot of stagnation, but the readiness. Some of you are also freeing yourselves from the cycles of indulgence and then feeling guilty because of it. You're freeing yourself through your creativity. Your creativity and finding outlets for it will release you from addiction. 4. That's it. I hope the messages gave you some tangible advices and clarity on what you're going through and more specifically why. So yeah, I hope this brought you more understanding of your karmic cycles and lessons. Let me know in the comment section below. Subscribe if you haven't already, like and share with your friends. These things really support the growth of my channel, and yeah, this is a very important project for me, so I would love it if you support me. I have all of my links in the description box below for personal readings. If you want to book a personal reading, check out my website and then contact me. And if you have any other questions after reading the website page about readings, then you can contact me through email or Instagram message. I will try to answer within 1 up to 2 days at max. And that's it. Check out my Instagram for more pick a cards, and make sure to, if you're feeling generous to support me, make sure to see my links in the description box for my wish list along with my donation link for PayPal. So thank you very much, guys, for spending time with me, for joining me and diving deep with me, and probably being a little bit triggered. I can feel it. I know these readings are triggering, but I'm all about let's face ourselves, let's just do it. Sometimes we can do it in a more gentle way, sometimes we need a little push. So yeah, I hope it wasn't too triggering. Sending you lots of love and healing vibes, and you're gonna close out these karmic cycles, I swear, and you're gonna see that life is much more beautiful than sometimes we think, especially when we are in a bad place. And that's it. I hope I'll see you next time as well. Bye.